Hello everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Once again, this is Teacher Woa. So for today, we're going to have another lesson in basic grammar, and that is on prepositions. The proper way to use prepositions. But before that, let me take this opportunity to thank all of our subscribers and viewers. Thank you for supporting our channel. We promise that we will give the best that we can in order for you to be able to get a more useful and more informative lesson in English grammar that would be very helpful for your desire to learn to be fluent in speaking and writing the English language. So once again, before we go to our lesson, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell, like, and share. So to get started, let us first define what preposition is. Preposition is a part of speech that links nouns, pronouns, and phrases to other words in a sentence. The word or phrase that the preposition introduces is called the object of the preposition. Look at these examples. At the end. At is the preposition and end is the object of the preposition. Off the line. So off is the preposition and line is the object of the preposition. A preposition usually indicates the temporal, spatial, or logical relationship of its object to the rest of the sentence, as in the following examples. 1. The book is on the table. On is the preposition. Next, the guest is in the room. In is the preposition. And the last one is the baby is at the bedside. At is the preposition that we used. Prepositions of time. The prepositions of time that we usually use are in, on, and at. Let us discuss them one by one. We use in for non-specific times during a day, month, a season, or a year. Look at these examples. She likes to jog in the morning. So the preposition that we use here is in. In, which we use in order to express a time in a day, like in the morning. Next, Christmas Day is celebrated in December. So this is a month. In plus a month. It's too hot in summer to stay outside. So we use the preposition in plus summer, which is a season. In summer. Next sentence. He started a job in 2019. So in plus a year, which is 2019, in 2019. So in these examples, we use in for non-specific times during a day, a month, a season, or a year. Next, the preposition on. We use on to designate days and dates. Example number 1. Where will you be on New Year's Day? So, on is used plus a designated day, which is New Year's Day. So, on New Year's Day. Next, I have to work even on Sundays. So, on as a preposition is used plus a day, another designated day, which is on Sundays. Next sentence. Gray is having a birthday party on the 25th of July. So, on as a preposition together with the 25th of July is used on a designated date. Next, we use at to designate a specific time. It is used when a precise time is to be denoted, like hours, parts of the day, and time. Example number 1. I have a meeting at 10 a.m. So in this sentence, at is used together with an hour, which is 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. Next, the shop closes at midnight. So at is used together with a certain time in the day, which is midnight. So at midnight. Next sentence, Sophia came at lunchtime. So at plus another time which is a part of the day, lunchtime. So at lunchtime. Let's take note of this. At, in, and on are not used with last, next, and every. For example, I went to Mexico last May. So we do not say I went to Mexico in last May. So we don't choose preposition when we use last, next, and every. The next sentence, he's coming back next Sunday. So we don't say he's coming back on next Sunday. So the correct one is he's coming back next Sunday without a preposition on. Okay, now let us discuss prepositions of place. At, on, and in are also used as prepositions of place. So we use in for the names of land areas, towns, cities, states, countries, and continents. Example number 1. Joyce lives in Las Piñas City. So we use in plus a city, which is Las Piñas City. So in Las Piñas City. Sentence number 2. Manny Pacquiao stayed in New York. So our preposition of place here is in plus New York, which is also a city. Next, Myanmar is in Asia. So in plus a continent, which is Asia. In is also used for enclosed spaces. For examples, the performers are in the room. So in plus an enclosed space, which is the room. So in the room. So next sentence, the documents are kept in the drawers. So in plus an enclosed space, which is the drawers. So we use in the drawers. The relief goods are in the truck. So in plus an enclosed space, which is the truck. So we use in the truck. Next, we use on to designate names of streets, avenues, roads, etc. For example, the traffic is so heavy on E de los Santos Avenue. So we use on because together with it is an avenue. So on E de los Santos Avenue. 2. We will meet on Bonifacio High Street. We used on because we use a street, which is Bonifacio High Street. So on Bonifacio High Street. Next sentence. Her house is on Legazpi Street. So here we use on plus a street, which is Legazpi Street. So on Legazpi Street. Our next topic would be on, as used for surfaces and for means of transports and communications. So when we say transports, these are the public transportation that we use, like for example, an airplane, a train, a bus, or a taxi. And communications, we refer to the social media, like for example, television, radio, Google, Facebook, internet, etc. Sentence number 1. The author's name is on the cover of the book. So this is an example of the preposition on plus a surface, which is the cover of the book. On the cover of the book. Next, the fruits are arranged on the table. Again, this is the preposition on plus a surface, which is on the table. Next, it's my first time to ride on a plane. So on plus a public transportation, which is a plane. Next, we can search people on Facebook. So here, on plus a form of communication, which is Facebook. Now next, we use at for specific addresses and specific locations, a certain point of locations. Examples, let us meet at the bus stop. So we use at plus a specific location, which is the bus stop. So at the bus stop. Next, the signboard is at the end of the road. So the preposition at plus the end of the road, which is a specific location in a certain point. Number 3, she lives at 23 Venus Street, Sun Village. So here we use at plus a specific address, which is number 23 Venus Street, Sun Village. So another use of the preposition at plus a specific address. Next, I will see you at the office. So at plus another specific location, which is at the office. There are other prepositions that are used for time. Like for example, the prepositions for and since. We use for when we measure time, like seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, and years. Like for example, Caden has held his breath for 5 minutes. So 4 plus 5 minutes, which is a measure of minutes. Next, Sabrina has lived in Japan for 20 years. So here we use 4 plus 20 years. Next, the two countries have been quarreling for 6 centuries. So 4 plus centuries. So we use 4 for another measure of time, which is centuries. 4 centuries. Next, since. The preposition since. We use since with a specific date or time. For examples, Alessia has worked here since 1999. So since plus a specific date or time, which is 1999. Next, Heaven has been waiting in the station since 4:30. So we use since plus a specific time, which is 4:30, since 4:30. Next, we have been friends since childhood. So since plus a specific time, and that is the time of your childhood, since childhood. Now we go to the prepositions of movement. So here are another set of prepositions, which is to, toward, and towards. We use to in order to express movement towards a place. For examples, Mother is going to the supermarket for food. So it is a movement towards the supermarket. So to, the preposition to plus the supermarket, to the supermarket. Another, the boy will be brought to the doctor's clinic for checkup. Here we use the preposition to, so the direction is, the movement is towards the doctor's clinic. Next, toward and towards. These are all helpful prepositions to express movement. These are simply variant spellings of the same word, but you can use whichever sounds is better to you. So you may use toward, you may use towards. Examples, we are driving toward the campsite. So toward the campsite is an expression of movement. Next, this is a great sign towards the project's success. So there is a movement towards the project's success. So there we go, guys. We finished discussing about the prepositions, prepositions of time and place, on, in, at, to, towards, toward, since, and for. There are more lessons to come on our next videos. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Bye-bye. God bless everyone.